it's Dan, your host, your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for Game of Thrones. This one's going to be doing a video talking about the Game of Thrones prequel series being officially canceled already before it even airs, or trailers or anything like that. The prequel Game of Thrones series already being canceled. Okay, guys, so I wanted to do another video for Game of Thrones. I haven't been making very many Game of Thrones videos. The way Game of Thrones ended really just, I'm going to say it pissed me off. It pissed me off a lot to see, in my opinion, a perfectly good series get destroyed in just one season. Well, really in just a few episodes. And I don't know. I was really upset with Game of Thrones. I kind of just want to get away from the Game of Thrones universe, and then I started making fear videos over the summer. I'm like, man, this is no freaking better, you know? But honestly, it's like, I'm so disappointed with the way Game of Thrones ended. But anyway, we've talked enough about that. This video, I want to discuss the prequel series getting canceled, or just not happening, simply. So the word is that they filmed the pilot. They filmed the pilot for this series, and apparently it just got scrapped right away. The prequel series of Game of Thrones called Blood Moon, I think is the name. So they are saying right now that this one will not be happening. However, there will be another Game of Thrones. There will be more prequel series in the future. We don't know what exactly. I haven't heard anything from that, but there might be another Game of Thrones prequel coming that will actually happen. So, this one here being kind of just erased really already. What are my thoughts on it? I mean, I think it has a lot to do with probably just nobody's really probably that excited to see another Game of Thrones here. I think people are nervous, actually, to see Game of Thrones again in another way and in another series because of how bad it ended last time, you know? Everybody left Game of Thrones with a sour taste in their mouths, and that's me being honest, and me being one of them, to be honest. I don't like the way Game of Thrones ended, and I know a lot of people didn't, but anyway, and the thing is too, is that it's like they left our characters at the end of season 8, not in the way I wanted them to leave the characters, you know, all of the characters by the time you end season 8, it's like, really, that's how you're gonna end it with the characters? That's where the characters are gonna be at? That's how it's gonna end? It's like, I don't like that at all. So anyway, and then, you know, the big death of the series finale really ruined it as well. And, you know, we're going to get into spoilers now, so click off the video for sure if you haven't seen the ending of Game of Thrones. Daenerys just getting killed like that, you know? Things like this, and Cersei and Jaime just getting killed like that, and terrible death for those two characters. And then Daenerys and the way she dies, it's like, man, Jon Snow used to be my favorite. Now I'm like, Jon, I don't know how I feel about his character anymore, you know. And it's like, but then it's like, I didn't like Daenerys at the end either when I loved her throughout the entire series. They totally messed up Game of Thrones. Let's just say it. They messed up Game of Thrones at the end, and that's me being honest. But me hearing about this series not happening, I'm not really that disappointed. And I know I'm going to piss off a lot of people by this video. I know people are going to be like, who are you to say that? Game of Thrones is awesome. And it's like, you're telling me you were really satisfied with the way Game of Thrones ended? You're satisfied with turning Daenerys into a villain? You're satisfied with Jaime and Cersei being killed the way they were killed? You know, I mean, honestly, they even had me guessing until we saw their dead bodies in the series finale if they were even dead. And just the way they left the series, the way they did, and making Jon Snow's character look that bad, and, you know, making Bran honestly, just terrible, honestly. Probably what anybody's nightmare of how Game of Thrones could, you know, end is what we got, really. You know, really a bad dream. If somebody had a bad dream of a terrible ending of Game of Thrones, this would be what that is, to be honest, because it was just that bad. So, really, to conclude this video, all I'm going to say is, I'm not too disappointed about this prequel series ending. Or, like, not happening at all, really. I keep saying ending, but it's like, it's Game of Thrones, you know? But, yeah, I'm not disappointed about this at all. I think, honestly, maybe they had a good idea. It just turned out terrible, but I feel like I'm going to be the only one to say this, and I know maybe not everybody will agree with me, and I just feel like I'm going to get hate for this video. I think they should just leave the franchise alone at this point, because they've already kind of destroyed it, in my opinion. So, nobody's going to want to see a series years before what happened with Game of Thrones and not see the characters that we love, and let alone most of them are dead now. So it's like, I don't know. just didn't make me excited for the Game of Thrones series at all. So hearing this is going to end, to me, is honestly just a way, in my opinion, is when, you know, you read a book and it's really boring, and then you finally get to the end of the story and you're like, thank goodness. You know, that's kind of how I'm feeling right now. I know it's a terrible example, but that's what I'm going to kind of leave the video with. So anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Write your comments in the comment section below. What do you think about the ending of Game of Thrones, or about the prequel series? Well, the ending, you know, you could share your opinions on as well. I've kind of taken time in the last couple months to just kind of forget about Game of Thrones, but I want to at least do a video talking about this, because this is, you know, at least a big enough deal to do a video on. So anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Write your comments in the comment section below, and of course, I will catch you guys for some more videos that will not be about Game of Thrones, unfortunately, just because I'm not really enjoying anything to have to do with Game of Thrones. But wanted to do this video with you guys, and I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching the video if you watched it all the way through. So if you didn't, I understand. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys really soon for another video. Peace out, guys.